Today we will be learning about the testing of glucose or the food testing of glucose. So glucose is what kind of sugar? First of all, it is a monosaccharide, means the fundamental unit of carbohydrates. Additionally, it is also a reducing sugar. So what happens if glucose is a reducing sugar? It can reduce alkaline solution of copper 2 sulfate into copper 1 oxide. So if glucose is an glucose is a reducing sugar, it will convert alkaline solution of copper 2 sulfate into copper 1 oxide. Now for testing of glucose, what we have to do? We have to take a test tube, put one spatula full of glucose powder in the test tube. Now we have to add water till 2 centimeters depth of the test tube. Now you can shake the test tube so the glucose will be uniformly mixed with the water. Now we have what we have to add? We have to add several drops of Benedict's solution. Now Benedict's solution is itself blue in color. So if you add several drops of Benedict's solution, actually before that this solution is transparent. So when you add a blue colored solution, Benedict's solution in this one, it will become fully blue in color. Now after adding, sidewise we preheated a water bath with a beaker inside it. Now the beaker is containing half water inside it. So obviously if the water bath is being heated, the beaker will also be heated. Now after when this solution has become blue, we'll take this test tube and we'll tilt it and put this inside the beaker like this. It should not be submerged. The tip or the bottom of the test tube with the solution should be in contact with the heated water. Now as the heat goes on increasing, you will see that the solution is changing its color to brick red color. If the brick red color is appearing after heating this test tube in the water bath, you can conclude that the sample is containing glucose. Even if after heating no brick red color is appearing in the test tube, that means glucose is absent in the food testing. Now what is happening? Apart from glucose, what all sugars are also the reducing sugars? We have lactose, which is also the milk sugar, and apart from that we have fructose. So one confusion is that if we take sucrose is a disaccharide, means 2 units of monosaccharides joined together. Sucrose is made up of 1 glucose plus 1 fructose. So glucose is obviously a reducing sugar and fructose is also a reducing sugar, but sucrose is not a reducing sugar. Why? The thing is, glucose and fructose are reducing sugars because they have free aldehyde and ketone groups where in their chemical structures. If we see the chemical structure of glucose and fructose, we can see they are having free aldehyde and ketone groups. So because the two groups are free, so they act as reducing sugars. They can reduce this one, alkaline solution of copper 2 sulfate into copper 1 oxide. This is done by nothing but glucose or any other reducing sugars. Now what happens? Sucrose, being having these 2 monosaccharides, itself a disaccharide, but it is not a reducing sugar. Why? Because sucrose is containing glycosidic bond. Now glycosidic bond is present in the chemical structure of sucrose that involves this. The free aldehyde and ketone groups, they join to form glycosidic bond. So if the 2 bonds are joined by the sucrose molecule, so it will not be free or reactive. So sucrose cannot act as a reducing sugar, whereas glucose and fructose can act as a reducing sugar or acts as a reducing sugar because they have free aldehyde and ketone groups. But in sucrose, because of the glycosidic bonds, it engages the aldehyde and ketone groups, so they are not free, so they cannot act as a reducing sugar. So sucrose is not a reducing sugar, and glucose and fructose are reducing sugars along with lactose also. So this was the full testing for glucose in the food testing thing.